Another Sinking City video. This is Shinobi Gamers here, continuing off from where I left it last time. Without further ado, folks, let's get on with the video. I came back to the fish factory, did some proper looking around and whatnot, couldn't find out the peculiar. Then every time I kept coming back to this, I kept getting a little weird thing. So, here we go. Something happened in the past.
So first it ate the fish, and now it's dead. That's troubling.
Wait a minute. The fish is poisoned.
Wow. It pierced a good inch of solid wood like it was nothing.
Let's go check out that torture room again, folks, shall we? Peculiar and peculiar.
So first it ate the fish, and now it's dead. That's troubling.
Obviously I noticed that. But there's got to be more than just that around here. Wait a minute, what about the fish? It says they're fresh. There's the pile of... Oh, that's the fish I found with the poison in it. I'm guessing that's what the bowl of life flask is.
Wow. It pierced a good inch of solid wood like it was nothing.
So poisoned them. Is there something else I missed?
The hull's fresh, still smells of the sea. No signs of decomposition at all. The hull's fresh, still smells of the sea. No signs of decomposition at all.
Is there something up here I haven't noticed? Because it's really starting to bother me now, folks. There's something here that I know I haven't found, and it's starting to annoy me. Is there anything up here?
Wow. It pierced a good inch of solid wood like it was nothing. Got the cabinet for the loot. Picked up the bullets. More evil within missing persons posters, folks.
Let's go out and talk to Rick. See if he knows anything about the poisoned fish.
The sea protects.
Nope, he don't. Let's have a look at that ship again, because I didn't find anything, I just put it down.
Nice work. When I was a kid, I would have gone nuts for this. Well, if it was finished, that is.
Aha, now it's appearing.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Professor Westerbrook never learns about this. Just a little bit more. Oh no.
Darn pests. May take them.
Okay, let's see.
Well, obviously, this has to be the last one, because he's throwing that at him so before he escapes. So this obviously has to be first.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Then this, because he knocked it over.
A little bit more. Oh no.
Then obviously, it has to be him responding to the noise.
Darn pests. May take them.
And then, has to be this.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
A man broke into the fish storage, poisoned the fish with an unknown substance, then made a noise which alerted the guard, who chased him out.
You dig up anything interesting?
I sure did. Turns out our friend here wasn't here to rob the place. He came to poison the fish.
By the sea. Are you sure?
Well, that's what the evidence suggests, anyway.
Okay, this is horrible. Please don't tell Anna it was my fault, or she'll have me quartered.
Anna will quarter you. You're joking about that, right?
Wish I was. Anna, she's ruthless when it comes to punishing the guilty, EOD member or not.
That's unexpected. Huh. Don't worry, I won't tell her. You seem like a decent sort, Daryl. I'll make something up.
Thanks, Mr. Reed. Here's a little something to express my gratitude. Take care now. Still, I've done wrong and I deserve to be punished. I'll stay on guard duty for the next month without a day off. You have my word.
All right, you go ahead and do what you gotta do, I guess. Can you remind me where I can find the Oakmont University?
You can't miss it. It's the greatest thing Oakmont has to offer, except maybe our famous caramelized eel stew. Give me your map. There you go. But don't forget to first report your findings to Anna.
See ya.
May the sea protect you.
Oh, there's the phone booth, just up here. Go back to that one, because I've got to go report to Miss Anna now to save Daryl. There we go. Oh yeah, report to Anna first.
Take as much as you need.
I've got news about your fish storage problem.
Oh, I'm all ears, Charlie.
It only looked like a robbery. Some guy broke into the storage to poison the fish. Near as I can tell, he succeeded, at least partially. I realize it's a lot to take on faith. Look, I've got a sample of what I think is the poison. Though I can't identify it yet.
See, protect us. That's terrible. What kind of man would do such a thing, and why?
I don't know, but I aim to find out.
We need to stop distributing the fish. We have to let everyone know about this. Kay knows how many people might already be affected.
What do you want me to do with the poisoner once I find him?
I'd bring an end to him right there if I were you. The police and court are useless these days.
That wasn't the deal. I'm a detective, not a hitman.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Report to me when you find him. I'll see that the reward will be more than handsome, if you know what I mean.
I'll, see what I can do.
One thing still bothers me. The guard at the storage, Daryl. What was he doing at the time?
Your guard was vigilant. He fought bravely, but the poisoner knocked him out. You ask me, he deserves a raise.
Good old dependable Daryl. I hope he's okay. I'll see he gets his due. Goodbye, Charlie.
Now, refresh my memory.
I know it very well.
You were a student there.
Yes, that's right. Earned my degree there a while ago. Are you surprised?
I just wasn't expecting to see a college graduate working here is all. I never had the opportunity myself. Could say I'm a bit jealous.
You'll find that here in Oakmont, a woman can achieve much more than on the mainland. Our university has always accepted women with open arms.
See you later.
Woo. Wait, if that's the university library, the university has to be right close to it. Let me get back to my little phone booth. And let's go. Ah, it's over here. If this is the university library, the university has to be attached to it. Oh, it's her. Oh, this is just the university library. It's not connected to anything. So I don't need to be in here.
Stop it!
Let's have a double look at the map. Oh, wait, what's that? I don't remember. Oh, it's there. So from where I am, just keep going straight, folks. Keep going straight. I tell this boat goes straight up. I'm guessing this huge building here is the university.
Find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
Oh, this is a Department of Medicine, not where I need to be. Oakman University.
Extra, extra. All the news that's Extra. All the news that's fit.
Welcome to the University of Oakmont. How can I help you?
I'm looking for Professor Westerbrook. You know where I can find him?
You're the one bringing him the specimen?
Specimen?
Never mind.
You recognize this bottle?
Sorry.
Fine.
You need an analysis. Goodbye, sir.
I don't trust him. Either he has a genuine stutter or he didn't want me there.
Department of Medicine. I'm Samuel.
Charles Reed, private investigator. I have a few questions if you don't mind. You recognize this bottle? Maybe you could...
That's one of our lab bottles. We have a lot of them. As for what's inside, I'd need to run some tests.
Could you do that for me?
These tests aren't cheap. And the other day I could get right to it, but we're, somewhat hindered right now.
What's up?
Our lab is crawling with, well, creatures. Professor Westerbrook's research is a little unconventional, and something went wrong. Really wrong.
So, if I do a little pest control for you, you'll run those tests for me. For free?
Our budget is tight. You'd be helping the cause of science, Mr. Reed. Isn't that enough?
Oh, I guess science could help itself.
All right. Yes, you solve all problem, and I'll run the test for you. Off the books. Here's the key for the basement.
EOD is banned. To all staff and students at the University of Oakwood, henceforth any mention of the Everyone's Obvious Duty organization, also known as EOD, is symbolics, current and or past members as well. Espousing as beliefs is forbidden on university grounds on pain of dismissal and or expulsion. The administration has received numerous reports of EOD activity and outreach disguised as so-called charity work throughout our university and all over Oakmont. This dangerous activity has reached epidemic proportions and cannot be tolerated.
The door won't budge.
That's that.
I'm glad this thing is dead. Why do they even keep it here?
Experiment log part 2, March 10th. With those pesky limitations removed, I can finally continue my experiments unhindered. I need to know more. The specimen's remained alive even with half of its internal organs removed? Jeez. It's fascinating. I'm on the verge of a breakthrough in biology as we know it. March 15th. I developed a way to reanimate their tissue, even in one that's been dead for weeks. This is monumental. The possibilities of it, the implications. Does this hint at something hidden, some trait present inside other creatures and perhaps in ourselves? I will need to find volunteers.
What kind of person would even touch this? Not to mention dissect it.
Experiment log part 1. March 2nd, I have finally received a living specimen. Sadly, it's one of the smallest ones. The grunts call it Mr. Handsome. Ew. But I think it needs a proper name. March 3rd, was thinking about the name for the specimen all night. I've began a series of experiments on the creature. So far, it has proven exceptionally resistant to all the poisonous substances at my disposal, as well as acid and electrocution. Its shrieking lure is bound to haunt me. March 5th. Last night I had a vision, thousands of hands wrapped around me as a blanket, and I heard the name inside my head. Stingy and Harvesting.
What kind of person would even touch this? Not to mention dissect it. I wonder what would happen if I press this button. Should I or shouldn't I? So very tempting.
Oh no. Jeez, that thing hurts like a truck. Get myself fully healed. Yeah, note to self, don't press the button. Yeah, I know now. Do not press the button. Under any circumstance, do not press the button.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister?
Welcome to the Department of Medicine.
Guessing I have to talk to the other guy first.
Something I can help you with, sir?
So it counting using me clearing out the basement, but because I reanimated that thing, it don't count. Dang nabbit. The was close. There we go.
Your lab is certified creature-free.
Excellent, Mr. Reed. You've done us a great favor.
Your lab was,
Oh, they're fascinating, aren't they? Convincing evidence of new branches in the evolutionary tree. Can you...
Maybe not. But so much dead flesh down there, that's going to attract scavengers.
Yeah... well, no.
Okay.
Yeah. We finished that analysis, sir. It's... well, it's ricin.
Ricin?
A highly toxic poison extracted from castor beans. It's slow-acting, but absolutely fatal to humans.
So, where do you get ricin? This isn't something you can pick up from a drugstore.
About that. It is rare, but we have a certain amount of it here. For study, in our poison store. Or we did. I'm afraid that must be where it came from. The label had been tampered with, but it certainly looks like ours. Where did you find it?
Crime scene. Someone was trying to poison a bunch of fish with it.
This is horrible. I need to warn everyone in the university about this.
Who's got access to where the poison's stored?
Only Professor Westerbrook has the key. His office is upstairs, right alongside Professor Cavendish's. Professor Westerbrook's not here, though. He's been sick for the last few days. Professor Cavendish is away as well, on vacation.
Where do they live?
I'm not sure, but probably somewhere in Advent. Most of the teaching staff live there. Wait, you don't think it was one of them?
I'm working on that.
Well...
Can you fill me in on...
Of course.
There's some kind of cure?
I'm afraid not. Once it's in your...
How can you tell if someone's been poisoned with ricin?
The symptoms take several days to develop. At first, it's like a common cold. But over several days, well, it develops into hemorrhage, internal organ failure, and death. It's not a pleasant way to die.
I'll see you later. I'd like to...
What do you want?
I want to know more about Westerbrook.
He's the head of our department. He's been here for, well, at least 30 years. He's one of the longest-serving staff we have. As you've already seen, he's particularly interested in the wild...
Yeah, that's quite...
I've no idea how he did it, but Mr. Throgmorton's men brought him live. He thinks he's on the verge of a breakthrough in evolutionary theory. A secret.
Some secret should...
You're not a man of science, are you? It's not about why. It's about...
What can you tell me about Professor Cavendish?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. A PhD at only 25. Just imagine. His biochemistry studies are second to none. Worthy of a Nobel Prize. If he could complete his work.
What's his problem?
I don't know. There's some kind of family trouble. It's made him standoffish and I hope he gets through whatever he's going through. We need his talent.
I'll see.
Draft of an article. Brothers and sisters crossed out. Too familiar. My fellow Americans crossed out. They are Americans too. Citizens of Oakmont. How much longer will we put up with those fish-faced bastards crossed out? Those sea freaks. How much longer will we put up with this? Those K-forsaken degenerates who call themselves the EOD. Huh?
The door won't budge. The door won't budge. These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison. These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison. What?
He's his.
What's?
I hope.
I'll see.
Nothing different. Just that I know they live somewhere in Advent. I'll say this, I'm extremely thankful for the telephone booths.
Something I can help you with, sir? Something I can help you with, sir?
Unless you can tell me where George Cavendish is. No. That was a close call. So somewhere in Advent. Start from the top, work myself down. Ooh, see if I can find his records at the City Hall. It's a good place to start.
Stop bothering me, newcomer.
Subjects, citizens, register. There we go. George Walter. Ish. Oakland, Mass, Advent Central, St. Michael's Road. Aha. I have you now. St. Michael's Road. I know. St. Michael's Road. That's what I'm looking for. So it was
all the news that's fit to print. Find something you like. Cheaper than the rest. Extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister?
The door won't budge.
Best stuff in Oakmont. All on sale. Today only.
Oakland, Mass. Advent Central, St. Michael's Road between Carpenter Street and Constitution Street, Flat 2. Hold on a minute. Between Carpenter Street and Constitution Street.
Knock it off.
Between Carpenter Street and Constitution Street. Well, I found Constitution Street, but where the heck is Carpenter Street? Wait, you tell me it's down there? On the wood? Aha, there it is. Has to be this building, folks.
The door won't budge. The door won't budge. This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD is in the center of all of it. The door won't budge.
I loved you. I always loved you.
Who did he always love, folks? That's the question.
And judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. So why keep it around?
The professor's vitalist. Westerbrook usually has his lunch about 2:30. Get some sup. Anna always stays at the fish market. She shouldn't learn about me. New hauls of fish arrive every 2 days. An ounce per box will be enough. The guy spends most of his time on the second floor during the night. Think about a way to divert suspicions from Westerbrooks. Don't want him to come to any harm. Don't forget to return the flask to storage. Think about plan B. Disturbance in the shells as fighting breaks out between locals and Innsmouthers. The cause of the conflict appears to be the disturbance of several women, with locals accusing a group of Innsmouthers of the crime. The Auckland police continue to investigate the vanishings, but as yet the case remains unsolved. One source from the shells reports that traces of fish scales and seaweed were found at multiple victims' homes, which seem to have precipitated the fight.
This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation. And the EOD is in the center of all of it.
I loved you. I always loved you.
And judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. So why keep it around?
Probably because it was his wife's or something. That's why. Is there anything in here that I haven't destroyed?
A lot of fancy dresses locked away in a dark corner for a long time. I'm starting to smell some deep family trauma here. A lot of fancy dresses locked away in a dark corner for a long time. I'm starting to smell some deep family trauma here. And judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. So why keep it around?
Do I have to look at the photo again or something?
I loved you. I always loved you.
Newspaper show match. Going, body count rises of vanishing continue across Oakmont. Locals are in a panic, with most of the reported disturbances occurring in the Shells, Salvation Harbour and Grimhaven Bay. Captain Caleb Lyons of the Oakmont Police has put out a call for information. Evidence suggests a link between these disappearances and the charity organisation EOD that has recently risen to prominence among the city's poor, said Lyons. Most of the victims seem to have either joined this group or been a recipient of their alms. We encourage anyone with information to come forward. The Chronicle reminds readers to avoid any suspicious newcomers, especially Innsmouthers, and to remain at home during evening hours. Stay alert. Oh.
George, I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you. You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George!
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna! I thought the child was mine! Mine!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
George, I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you.
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna! I thought the child was mine! Mine!
You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George!
George Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna. She had a baby that was not his, but blessed by the sea and claimed by the EOD. This caused their split.
What the heck was that I just saw? Where's my hat? Why is everything upside down? What the heck is that? Cthulhu?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Calm down. The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator.
Right now, you look like someone who's breaking into my house. A burglar. Explain yourself.
No, Cavendish. Time for you to do some explaining. Care to tell me why you poisoned the fish at the EOD warehouse? And you better not lie to me. Oh, sorry. Is this making you angry? Yeah, two can play at that game, and believe me, I've got plenty of anger for the both of us.
How dare you?
I'm only going to ask politely once. Then my gun will do the talking.
Fine. Fine. Yes, it was me. But I had a good reason to do it. It all comes back to Anna.
Oh, this should be fun. What's your good reason for poisoning innocent people? You know the EOD are feeding the hungry, don't you?
No, that's exactly the problem. They're not doing it out of charity. They do it to spread their influence and recruit new members. Some of those initiates, as they call them, vanish without a trace. And not just them. They kidnap ordinary folks, too.
And poisoning the fish would prevent this. How?
Oh, you see, not everyone in this city believes in the EOD yet. They have opposition among the citizens, both rich and poor. A rumor of the EOD's fish being poisonous and several incidents would be enough to undermine the EOD by sparking fear and mistrust.
What's Anna got to do with all this?
As you might have already gleaned, she was my wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it all starts to come together now.
The EOD robbed me of her. It all started with the free fish. We were all short on food at the time, and then they hooked her with their nonsense about the benevolent sea and greater good. I looked past it for some time, but then...
She became pregnant.
Yes. At first, I was over the moon. But then one day she came to me, that snake, and told me that the child was not mine. She said it was blessed by the sea, that it was demanded by the EOD. Doomed take them! I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't.
There must be another way to deal with the EOD. Like, if their crimes are that obvious, why don't you just go to the police?
They're resourceful, those sons of hagfish. They maintain a squeaky clean image, and they're good at it. I tried going to the police. They were no help at all. And I'm not suicidal enough to make it public and take them to court.
What did she mean? Blessed by the sea.
What do you think is the cause of Innsmouth syndrome in people?
Living in Innsmouth?
That K-forsaken place has nothing to do with it. It comes from breeding with monsters. These sea creatures they call Deep Ones. They take our women and they spoil them with their seed. Then they give birth to degenerate fish-faced offspring.
Do you have any proof of that?
Where did you learn all of this? This information about the EOD?
After Anna left, I had nothing. But I did have a lot of time to research Innsmouthers, the EOD, and the story behind them. It is an old and powerful organization. They appeared back in the mid-19th century in Innsmouth, and the first people with the Innsmouth syndrome started showing up around that same time.
Ah. Perhaps not coincidentally.
No, of course not. And the EOD is immensely rich. The sudden rise to power of the Blackwood family happened right after they joined them.
So what's your next move?
I was interrupted and couldn't finish my task. The EOD received a fresh haul of fish, but now they're on alert and raised their guard. I understand I'm in no position to ask, but...
You're a madman, Cavendish. You're willing to let innocent people suffer and die just to get revenge on your ex-wife. No, this madness has to stop.
Oh, no.
Well, that just happened, folks. Yep, keep going this way, I'll be fine. Let's go back and talk to Anna.
Take as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny.
There will be loss.
I found the poisoner and dealt with him. He won't be bothering you anymore.
See, bless you, Charlie. That's great news. Who was it?
Well, see, now that's the interesting part. It was your ex-husband, George Cavendish.
Oh. Well, that son of a rotten shark finally got what was coming to him. Good riddance. Still, it's strange. I never thought he'd have the guts to do something like this. He was always a pushover.
All right. No more messing around. Get me in touch with your Grand Poobah or whoever's in charge, now.
Easy there, Charlie. I'm a woman of my word. Go to the basement of the fish market. It's nearby. You'll find an innsmouther there by the name of Maurice. Tell him I've sent you. You'll get your answers.
About time.
And it is only fair to be afraid. Titanic forces are at work, infinitely greater than ourselves. Unknowable, incomprehensible. There will be sacrifice. There will be loss. There will be darkness. But these are the hallmarks of a pivotal moment in time. And each of us has a part to play.
I guess this city wouldn't be complete.
Let me assure you, I am called Evernote Blackwood,
and this is the place I have chosen.
Charles Reed. Blackwood. You're...
I am indeed the last of that line. Inheritor of an empty mansion and a severed history.
I'll see you around.
There's some weird looking crabs and fish. Well, that didn't... Well, that went about as well as I planned it.
This used to be an okay place
What are you
to
selling, mister?
I offer what everyone in this Borg needs.
The Devil's Reef.
Oh, old Victor always thinks so small. A man of your talent.
Got a job for a private eye, mister?
Huh, that's what I like to hear. I'm Walter. I need someone capable to take care of an issue up.
Real estate's a risky business.
All my life I was a common Fisk trader. But so I scrimped and saved, and bought several houses. Gonna rent...
Let me guess. You need a guy.
I need you to place these incense burners on the top floor of my property.
Smoke that repels wild beasts.
Of course it will. No...
Well, see you later.
Glad to see you again.
Yeah, I would as well. Where's the basement? That's the question. Is it around here somewhere? She said it was nearby. Where is the basement? Let me check if it's actually in the building. Right.
You want a fishy?
Nope. Ah, here we go. There we go. Great, it's a cult.
Hey, Mr. Reed.
Do I know you, buddy?
Not yet, but I know you. I also know you're looking for a particular lady. My name's Fred. You're looking for Professor Lowe, ain't that right? The scientist the Order kidnapped. I think we can help each other.
How do you mean? You know where she is?
Slow down, buddy. Helping each other is not the same as let me just tell you everything.
What is this order you mentioned?
That's a very good question.
You don't know, do you? EOD. It really stands for the Esoteric Order of Dagon.
Dagon?
An old being from the depths of the sea. In books, they show him as a monstrous amphibian. The Innsmouthers worship him as a god. And of course, they make sacrifices to him. In blood.
Nothing's for free in this city.
You won't regret it. You've seen some of this city now, am I right? You've an inkling what's coming? I want out of the Order and the city before it hits. Trouble is, it's much easier to get into the Order than to leave. Give the slightest hint of it, you've signed your death warrant. I need somebody to get me out of the city on the quiet. And that's not an easy thing these days, my friend.
I've no idea how to help you with that.
Ain't you a detective? There are people in the city, smugglers, who know what to do. See, I've heard whispers about ads in the newspaper. A new ad every week.
All right, fine.
I know where they've got her. I can get you there.
Well, folks, I think this is a good place to end this video. So if you've enjoyed this video so far, please leave a like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to keep up with our daily videos. It really helps out the channel. And make sure you check out our other playlists by clicking on the cards at the end of this video. This is Shinobi Gamer signing off, and I will see all of you in the next video.